Welcome to Minnetonka High School's Einar Anderson Stadium for Lake Conference Boys Soccer. It's the Wayzata Trojans paying a visit to their arch rival, the Minnetonka Skippers. Good evening, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Sig Ligry. And Sig, second meeting of the year between these two teams. They've got identical records coming in and they tied in that first game, although it sounds as though Wayzata had the better of the play, certainly, at least especially in the first half.
Absolutely, they had a huge advantage numbers-wise in terms of possession, shots on goal, and corners. But what matters is a score, and Minnetonka came back in the second half, tied up 1-1, and that's how the game ended. As you said, both teams coming in with a 4-3-2 record. On paper, it's an even match, and it's going to be the rubber match for the season.
Wayzata, it sounds like from talking to their coach Dominic Guenas that they've been a little bit of a hard luck club. He feels like they've probably played a little better than that record looks like, and sometimes you just don't get rewarded on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, and he said that they had trouble finishing, and most coaches would tell you the same thing. The biggest obstacle for soccer is for your team to finish, so they are adjusting their formation a little bit, trying to get another player up front so they can get some more firepower.
And they're excited about the return of Sam Kep, who's been out so far all year with an injury that he suffered in basketball. We're going to tell you about a couple of key guys to keep an eye on tonight that we think will be difference makers on the field here, starting with Drake Mianas for Wayzata, guy they had playing in the back a little bit earlier, now back to his more customary midfield spot.
Absolutely. He's a senior, number 18. He's got 3 goals. He's got one assist so far this season. Good in the middle, knows what's going on, and he looks like he's going to be in control of the match.
And for Minnetonka, a rarity for them, Swad Soljic is one of the rare ninth graders to be a part of their varsity all year long.
Absolutely. He's got freshman. He's got 5 goals, 0 assists. That's number 5. Look for him to make things happen up front. They want that same thing as was it, a more firepower up front and somebody go in there and attack the goal.
All right, we're heading down the home stretch of the regular season already, believe it or not. And as Sig said, the rubber match here tonight, we'll see who can take it. They tied the first time. Tonight, the Trojans and the Skippers do battle for game number 2 of their series for this season. We'll be right back with the start of tonight's game here. Lake Conference Boys Soccer is up next on 12 Sports.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
And welcome back here to Minnetonka and Einar Anderson Stadium. Wow, a beautiful facility here. Just like Wayzata, they've got the dynamite new scoreboard here. Very nicely painted skipper field here and everything too, and great turf. It's when you add in the hockey arena, the baseball field, this has got to be right up there and probably could be considered the very tops of any high school athletic program and facilities in Minnesota, I would say.
Absolutely. Also great field condition, obviously, with the artificial turf. Looks like it's brand new. You can smell the rubber down there. It's so new with the inserts that they have.
These schools' colors are pretty similar. It will be Minnetonka wearing the home whites tonight and Wayzata in the visiting blue. Michael Mian, a senior, will start in goal for Wayzata, and Max Moline, the sophomore, getting the call in goal for the Skippers. Minnetonka looking for its first conference win. They've got 4 wins overall, but 0-2-2 in league play, and Wayzata 2-1-1 within the conference. And we are underway as Minnetonka starts with possession. Jake Wright, pass knocked away by Mianas, and the Skippers get it right back. Look at the starters on your screen there for Dominic Guenas and the Trojans. Knocked out of play there by Alexei Moa for the Wayzata, and a throw-in taken here by Dane Feline for the Skippers. Got it to Ben Kehoe. Well, Minnetonka's coach, Mike Rogers, telling us we needed a little faster start than we had against them the first time around. They were kind of caught back on their heels, and Wayzata really controlled the action in the first half and really overall had a lot more scoring attempts and shots than the Skippers the first time they played. And but they did put 2 away, but they also ended up giving up 2 as well.
And that's the nature of the game when you have statistics outdoing the scoreboard.
Long throw in here, knocked away, but it's still a scoring area for Minnetonka. But then the pass a little bit behind Rune Johnson, number 15, one of their captains. And so we will get a throw for the Trojans deep in their own zone. Peter Castaneda will take the throw, as you see Minnetonka's lineup flashing before you here. And off of Jacob Raska, and Minnetonka will get it right back. Peter Stoltenberg taking the throw. James Smith had both Wayzata goals in that first meeting with the Skippers. Now Tonka controlling here. Rune Johnson in traffic, though, and had it jabbed away. Throw in for Minnetonka as they've had the possession early on here. They'll look to switch fields. Didn't get a lot on that pass, though, and broken up. Raska knocks it ahead and then tapped out to the outside by James Smith. And Wayzata attacking. Smith getting the pass back there, knocked away from him by Kehoe, and
it's
going to be a throw. Corner. It looks like it, or is it a corner?
No, it's a corner.
Yep.
So the first corner opportunity goes to the Trojans.
Actually a throw-in.
It's a throw-in, sorry.
Out front it pops and battle in the air. Moline was coming out to try and get to it and couldn't quite do so. Skipper is getting it out of danger. Castaneda pushing it back now to Sam Kep. Keep an eye on him getting his first game action this year, 22 in blue, after being out with a knee injury.
Yeah, I think he had an ACL from basketball last season, and good to see him back on the field.
Obiwamu trying to get control here for Wayzata, now does.
Oh, nice centering pass, but went right through and cleared out by the defense.
Kep got ahead on that one and then sent back a high bouncer coming into the keeper, Moline. Definitely have some wind that'll impact things a little bit on balls up in the air.
But with the position of the stadium, we're facing west, so the wind is coming pretty much from the west, so it shouldn't affect the corners and the goal kicks. There's an opportunity coming on the left side.
Wamu puts on the brakes. Now we'll have to come back with it, going to Moa. Moa patient with it there. Looking for a return here. Puts it out front, open net. Moline came out to try and cut that one off and didn't get to it, so there was a lot of goal to aim for, but they weren't able to free it up for a shot.
Yeah, nobody can get a foot on it, and the Skipper defense reacting quickly. Ooh, it almost headed in.
That was would have been an own goal there. I think it was Ben Kehoe got up, and Coach Duenas was telling us about those throw-ins from Mianis, how it's almost like a corner kick because he can really get it down deep in there. So Lewis O'Connor will take this corner. Far post with it and a header, and it is in. And Wayzata getting on the board in a hurry. Drake Mianis will convert off the throw-in from O'Connor. And just like that, they are on the board. 4:27 in.
It's a nicely placed corner. Look at this nice high, right to Mianis, and then heads it right in, just inside the far post. Here it is again, with this nice position, good header. What a pretty plays. Wayzata takes an early 1-0 lead.
Always good to know we didn't jinx him by talking him up in the pregame too.
That is true. He came through for you. Minnetonka trying to get back in.
Trojans goal scored by number 18, Drake Mianis.
Throw in here for the Skippers as they try and attack quick here. Soldic trying to make that roll, Seth, trying to get to that one. Giannis comes back to take that one away. Nice little passing in traffic there for the Trojans. We're leaving it back now for Moa.
But George is doing a great job of short passing, even in high traffic.
Back out to midfield it comes. Play broken up, and here comes Swad Soljic trying to get himself going the other way. The freshman, nice pass as he distributes it out to the outside. Broken up by Nick Riley, though. Now Mianis coming back to meet it for Wayzata, and here they come the other way. Nice ball there ahead to James Smith. 2-on-2 as they bring it forward. Smith getting to the outside. Now crosses it and jabbed away there. Dane Feline getting in the way of that one.
Well, Smith showing some great speed while controlling the ball, firing down that far side. And here we see the throw in from the far side.
Mianis putting it right out front. Tonka up first for it.
Be a throw in for Minnetonka. Should also mention that this field is considerably narrower than what Wayzata is used to at their home field. So they feel they have an advantage with the throw-in because they can get more on it. Of course, the disadvantage is that when you're running the team, you don't have as much space to work in.
Wamo coming back, and now the ball ahead to Mianis. Big, strong player, too. It's hard to get it away from him. He can shield it well. Now Castaneda crossing it, and nobody home, and Moline comes off his line to grab that one up. It varies a little bit sport by sport, but I think probably both schools would say that this is their biggest rival overall athletically. And had a long-standing competition going back quite a ways, back to the 50s at least.
Yeah, long before us, right?
That's for sure. And it's amazing they both have grown into such big programs, big schools. As we said, great facilities.
Yep, and they always have a good soccer program.
Little battle for it in the air, and back it comes. Yeah, Wayzata probably had the edge, I would say, in that regard here in the last decade or so on the boys' side. And probably the girls, too, although Minnetonka girls have certainly been very good.
Yeah, that's a major rivalry between those two programs.
Skippers with the counterattack. You see the ball getting knocked down a little bit when it got up in the air there on that pass. Now the race is on. Moa trying to get to it for Wayzata, but he is cut off by Wright. And it will be a throw for the Skippers. Yeah, it'll be Jake Wright throwing it in.
For Minnetonka, Wayzata very aggressive, sending the ball in and going in after it.
Clayton Smith came up to meet it, but now overruns it, and the Skippers trying to counter here with Stoltenberg. Trying to switch fields here over to Ruin Johnson, and he
drew a foul on that one. This hand went over the top of the player. See the contact right there. Head got hit by the hand, and that's a foul.
Yeah, and he ended up kind of kicking his heel too, I think, and that
it's a two-for.
Let him go down. Yep. Trojans with Castaneda knocked back, and Riley racing in, but they'll play it out. He was a little concerned there, and probably rightly so. Swad, the freshman, was lingering there in case that ball got passed. Right, working it back out to Feline, but they can't control it. It'll be a throw here for Wayzata.
And you don't want to do that deep in your own zone, giving a takeaway or turnover.
Castaneda crossing it left-footed here, broken up though. Good play there by Ben Keogh. Trojans looking to regroup with Kep. Sure, he's feeling the nerves a little bit. I mean, yeah, he's played a lot of soccer and a lot of high school varsity soccer, but been working to get back on the field, and now out there tonight, number 22, as we said, for Wayzata, off that knee injury. Now a long one chipped out front, but nobody able to get within range of it, so it's going to come all the way to Moline, and he'll send it up. Rune Johnson. Stoltenberg turns and plays it. Little battle there. Riley, another big, strong, aggressive player for the Trojans. 17. Giannis took it away, drops it back to Raska. And they quickly changed offense here. Nice break up there by Jake Wright, but Trojans dangerous again. Lewis O'Connor, he'll take that long shot, but it rolls right to Moline.
But that wind kind of took that one and dove right straight down. It was headed for the midfield, didn't quite make it that far.
Push to the outside, but it's going to get out of play, and we get a throw for Kep of Wayzata. There's a look at Mike Rogers, his 5th year in the white cap there, and Alex Johnson is assistant next to him. Mike's been in the program for 9 years and 5 years as head coach, so moving up from the assistant ranks, just like Wayzata's Dominic Duenas. Now it's Clayton Smith. They'll switch fields here as he comes around. Castaneda has a lot of room to work with. Got away there from WAMU. Minnetonka looking to regroup and start from the back there. Feline taking that pass now to Rune Johnson.
Boy, Wayzata is just all over him. Every time Minnetonka tries to move the ball up, there's a blue shirt player right there. Good takeaways.
WAMU got it to Mianis and now Moa, but he's a little hemmed in there.
Yeah, he's double teamed and he's still has possession there. Finally they got it.
Nice steal by Rune Johnson. But then stepping up the other way was Raska. Yeah, you see there's no wait back and let them start up field.
No.
They're marking up hard.
It's almost in your face marking up.
Max Sharp, number 4, reports into the match here for Minnetonka, a sophomore. And it will be Rolseth getting a breather for the Skippers. A little battle for it here, and Castaneda knocks it away from Swad Soljic. Throw for Johnson. Kep lofting it toward midfield, almost hits the official there. Now the Skippers showing good control here. They come back to Rune Johnson, but that time mishit it a little bit along the sideline, and it'll be a throw for the Trojans.
And while we have a moment, center referee is Todd Anderson. Assistant referee 1 is Ron DeBorax, and AR2 is Mark Phillipson.
Riley breaking that one up. Tonka gets it right back though, and then Moa steps in front of that one. Castaneda sending it up, knocked down there. O'Connor to Mianis. Mianis had that one denied. Nice break up by Feline. Man, great hustle to keep that ball alive. I think virtually everyone on the field was just kind of preparing for a throw in
right.
there.
And all the players kind of stopped except him. He kept going and kept the ball alive.
O'Connor jousting over there with Kehoe, and it'll be a throw for Tonka. A little bit the better of it for Wayzata so far, but overall a fairly even match. But Wayzata has that one goal. They've been able to get the ball down to near the net quite a bit more so far. Chipped out front, broken up by Feline. And Tonka looking to quickly counter. Sharp. Now to the outside they come. Soljic trying to get to the middle. Drops it back and then to the outside. Broken up. Boy, the ball does not stay on anybody's foot for very long in this one, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's what you like to see as a coach. Just touch and go. 1 touch, 2 touch, and that's it.
Moline directing his D and puts that left-footed kick into it.
And picked off by Wayzata. Here they come again.
Oh, Moa with a great move. Moa lining up a shot, and he sails it high. Tried to come up under the crossbar on the short side. That left-footed shot didn't miss by a whole lot, but didn't quite hit his target.
You see number 12, Moa, sizing up the keeper. Takes a left-footed shot. As you said, he was going for that upper left corner. And again, with the goal area being so wide with that frame, there's lots of room to put that ball through there.
Now that's one he'd like to have again. I mean, you don't necessarily feel like you're going to score on all those, but you'd like to at least put it on and make the keeper save it.
Right, force the save.
Trojans regrouping from the back here. Kep with a nice step through here. Picked off. Sharp looking to come back the other way for Minnetonka. Swad up ahead of him here. Tried to get it to him. Broken up though by Riley. Sharp gets it right back here for the Skippers. Drops it back, and the pass got there. And knocked away by Wayzata. We get a throw for Minnetonka. They've certainly had some moments where they look real good too, moving that ball.
Yes, they have. That they're having trouble getting past that 10-yard line into the penalty area. Here's the shot right on.
Soldier getting the shot away here, and a one-hopper in, and Michael Mian grabs it up for the Trojans.
Soldier with a shot from distance. Mian's good shot.
So that's actually the first shot on goal for the Skippers.
We get a throw here for Wayzata. Wamu dropping it back now. Castaneda takes a return right to Wamu, and then Moa didn't hit that one real strong, but Moa trying to win it back, or excuse me, Wamu. Soldier knocking it ahead to Sharp. Sharp on the move. Not real big, but he can move, and he can handle the ball.
Yeah, at that time he managed to get the ball over the touchline. It'll be a throw in for Minnetonka. So good ball possession there.
Oh, looks like, yeah, you're right. Wayzata thought it was their throw, and Smith sending it ahead, knocked down. Mianas then tapping it over toward James Smith, and Smith will get possession. Not for long though, as Ender Zielinski, number 10, is in there for Minnetonka and broke that one up. Riley racing up to play it, knocked loose though, and here comes Sharp. So Minnetonka has some numbers here.
3-on-3.
Soljic takes the pass, and it's offside. Up that right side, and a few groans from the Tonka fans there. They thought it was pretty close.
It was, but officials had the flag up right away. You can see it. You'll see it again. Ball is kicked, and I can't see it from the camera, but he clearly offside right in front of the officials. So that will be the call.
Riley sending it over to Kep. Smith dishing it back. Castaneda. Moa racing into the middle.
You can see Minnetonka now doing exactly what Wayzata was doing earlier on, is marking up tight.
Gonna play it back to me on the keeper.
He barely gets it out.
Yeah, that one was a little nonchalant, not so much on his part, but just overall they didn't. They played it cool, but it was not that easy of a thing to get it in and out of there quick. Boom back the other way. This one is going to go out of play, and we will get a throw for Wayzata. Trojans leading at 1-0 as we approach the halfway point of the first half. Subs on now from Wayzata. David Almer, number 20, coming in. Number 14 is Alex Moy.
Alex Moy stepped in for the Trojans a moment ago, along with David Almer. Jack Lewin joined for Minnetonka.
Jack Lewin coming in for Minnetonka, number 21. There's Dominic Buenas, the fifth-year head coach for the Trojans. Mianas playing it up now. Got it to Smith. Smith playing it out wide. Good ball there as he got it to Moy. Moy trying to get it in the middle, broken up, but the Skippers will clear it. We will get a throw coming up here for the Trojans.
And being that far into the defensive side, this is, as we were saying, almost a corner for Mian.
Mianas takes this long throw and knocked up in the air, and it will be a goal kick coming up here for Tonka. Another sub coming on for the Skippers here, Sam Stitch.
Sam Stitch joins the action for Minnetonka.
Lean putting it into play. Mianas getting up for the header. Stitch gets involved in the action early here for the Skippers, then broken up by Kep. Comes back to Kep, and he'll chip it ahead, trying to go to Smith, but that one knocked away. Skippers get back to it, but not for long. Giveaway there. Moy had it, lost it. Nice ball over to the right, Zielinski. He's cut off there, though, and then Moa ends up taking it. Strong header there made by Wright. And then another one from Kehoe. Get a throw here for Tonka. A spin for that one there, and Kieran Rettler wound up winning that ball. But another change of possession here. Boy, if you're tracking change of possessions, you'd run out of ink, I think, and the paper.
Yeah, we got Willie Markham over here looking at those, but he's not going to track that. Here's another shot. Look at this setup.
Moa opened, cutting it back to the middle. Well, he tried when he had some room on that left side before. He went for the short side. That time seemed to be maybe had that in his mind a little bit, and he didn't really. He wanted to bring it back to the middle, but there was just too much traffic there. I think he took a little too long with that ball.
I think he did too. There were two defenders there, and he tried to go right through them. Didn't work.
Stitch looking for Zielinski here.
And I agree with you. I think he had a better shot that time than he had the previous time.
Throw here for the Trojans. Wright coming over to help out. Lewin left it in the middle there and then knocked out a play. Get a throw here coming for Minnetonka. He said a little breezy, but overall pretty good temperature for this one. This is the midpoint games are the ones I think probably the players would enjoy the best in terms of weather. You get sometimes early it can be a little too hot, sometimes late a little too cold, but
this is just
late
right.
September pretty good.
Yeah, this is the right kind of temperature we want for the players.
Yeah, some of those early warm nights, you know, as a spectator, it feels kind of nice to have the sun on your face and whatnot, but for players it takes a lot out of you. You'd rather not be, you know, 85, 90, I would think. Although everybody's a little different. Your muscles can get loose easier on those nights, too.
I know a lot of the players are used to it because they summer leagues. Here we go.
Opportunity for the Skippers in tight, and didn't get much of that one there as Lewin ran out of real estate, and Mian grabs it up.
Here's that play again, coming down the side and being bothered by the defender, and just gets a kind of a soft shot to the keeper, an easy pickup.
And a good job by Clayton Smith of getting back in to break that one up. Wayzata threw it in, but they had subs who were reporting, so official will stop it here. Derek Jackway, number 8, and 25, Lewis O'Connor in for Wayzata. Wamu trying to get control, and now it ultimately will come back to him. Smith had it jabbed away by Wright. Now Mianas. Skippers win it right back. Trying to play it a little bit toward the line there to Lewin, but now taken, and Riley will use his keeper here and then gets the return pass from Mian.
trying to set up their offense from their own area.
Lamu didn't get much of that pass, and now a turnover. Stitch controlling for Tonka, playing it ahead, looking for the win. And I don't think he quite saved that one. No,
nope.
Goal kick here for Wayzata.
Goal kick Trojans.
Good effort, but the ball rolls over the end line for the goal kick. Now 18 Mayanas comes out for a rest, gets a good hand.
Raska coming in for Wayzata, and back in from Minnetonka, Rune Johnson, number 15.
And Meester from Skippers getting a rest.
Pass coming to the middle to Stitch there, dropping it back to the outside, but into the Tonka bench, and we get a throw here for Wayzata. Escaneta goes back with it to Riley and tried to get it back, but Sharp picked that off. Zielinski's pass knocked away. Smith controlling for the Trojans. He'll leave it back for Clayton Smith.
Sends it deep.
Yeah, that one broken up. That was a little in-between kind of ball there, and Moline was starting to come way out, but they had to play it. It'll be a throw for Wayzata. They don't have their throw-in extraordinaire Mianis out there at the moment, but Derek Jackway going to give it his shot at it too. And
as we said, it is a narrow field. So. Wow, he put that one right on the keeper.
Moline coming out to grab it. Sharp, nice ball to the outside to Lewin there, but he lost it. Good step up there to break it up by Feline, but it'll be a throw coming here for Wayzata. James Smith got a header on it, now comes back to Clayton Smith here for Wayzata. O'Connor. Raska stepping between defenders, but then John Toby halts his progress, slams it out of play though, and we'll come back to Wayzata on the throw-in. O'Connor trapping that one down nicely. Plays it to James Smith. Smith dropping it back, but broken up there. Clayton Smith will come up to meet it for the Trojans though. Here's James Smith. Kept possession there even though it was jabbed away briefly. Drops it back. Jackway getting it ahead now to Raska. Trying to beat the middle of that D, but it didn't work out. Sharp trying to get control back here for Tonka. And he's going to play that one back, and maybe a little dangerously, to his keeper, Moline.
Hit that ball slowed down more than he anticipated.
O'Connor sending it ahead. James Smith. Now that one gets away. Lewin controlling. Sharp had to get by him. Clayton Smith steps up. And there's Smith again breaking it up. But the other way, good job by Rettler. To the outside to O'Connor now. Wayzata again looking to attack. Nice ball ahead there to Raska. Now back to James Smith, looking to get a shot away, and he does, but not much on it by that point, and he kind of disgustedly kicks the turf there as he had something good going, but the ball kind of got away, and he didn't really get much of a shot there.
No, he didn't. He ran out of real estate, and there were defenders kind of converging on him. You know, right now it's been kind of a back and forth as we have a foul called against Wayzata. Yes, yeah, there's a trip. First foul on the Trojans for this match. Only one foul on Minnetonka also, so it's been a pretty clean game, considering all the action.
Just going to say I don't want to jinx it by mentioning how really clean it's been.
Well, checking over on Willie's score sheet, it's 1-1. Good look there at number 19, Guamo.
That's the thing, these teams, you know, they're big rivals, but I think it's a good feeling for both of them when they're playing a team that wants to play skill soccer and isn't
not chippy or yeah.
no, by the end of the night, you never know. That could change a little bit, but I mean, that's going to be a goal kick coming up here for Wayzata.
Yeah, the second half, sometimes tensions get a little high if it's a close, especially in a close game.
Mian puts his foot to this one. Headers both ways here, and now Moa getting it ahead. Now back. Tonka will regroup. Toby battling there and knocked away, but a foul call, a little nudge there, and it will be Tonka getting the free kick. We will have the girls match for you on 12 Sports as well, of course, between the Trojans and Skippers. And that one will sail up way over the top there as Rolseth tried to line it up.
Since that one almost to midfield.
Clayton Smith up for the header and flicked ahead now by Bradley Bobel, who's in there, number 13 for Wayzata. Moa gets control. Hammered out of there by Feline for Minnetonka. Back around to Clayton Smith. Broken up, but then it winds up with O'Connor anyway. Looked like he might have been held up there, but no call. Now Wamu gets it back to O'Connor. Chipping it forward. Touched back to Mianis. Mianis lining it here. And a save made, then the rebound laying loose in a big collision. It'll be a corner kick upcoming for Wayzata. Not a lot of like really clean open looks for either team tonight, but Mianis all of a sudden found himself with some space, and Moline had to make a good save to keep it at 1-0.
Here's him threading the defense, takes a shot. That was a pretty good shot. And then the rebound.
Now off the corner kick, though. Be a goal kick upcoming here for Minnetonka. James Smith coming back in for Wayzata. Garrett Weaver reporting in for Minnetonka.
Goal kick Skippers as James Smith steps in for the Trojans, and Garrett Weaver joins the action for Minnetonka.
Minnetonka trying to regroup and get their offense going again.
See, they're just not allowing him much time there. Feline was quickly doubled. That's the throw in there to Stitch.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Why is it just tenacious on marking up, not giving the Minnetonka players a chance to set up a pass. So it's going to be a one-touch, two-touch for both sides.
Feline will come back and play it to his keeper, Moline. Back over to Feline, but he's going to have to play that one out. He didn't like the situation they had coming there, and he's going to let their D regroup.
But in the process, they turned the ball over.
Throw in here for Jackway. Putting it out front, headed straight up in the air. A little trouble here, but there's Moline coming out to grab it. As he was making that catch on the initial one, I think the ball hit a head or a shoulder of the forward up front. He was trying to bring that ball into his body, and on the way down, he brought it into a offensive player, but it didn't end up hurting them at all. Riley gonna play it back to the keeper, Mian.
And Mian skies one way downfield.
Skippers wind up with it though.
Trying to regroup, it's a turnover.
Moa trying to bring it between a couple, but that one broken up by Rolseth. Here's Riley to take it again now for the Trojans and gets it to Jackway. O'Connor tapping it over to Raska. Moa cutting to the middle. Now here's his shot. Oh, and the rebound.
At the side of the net. Is it in or is it the side of the net?
No, I think it's in. Yeah, it looks like a goal, and it is for Bobo for the Trojans as he put that rebound in. 5 minutes left in the first half, and Bobo makes it 2-0 Trojans.
See a lot of activity. Here's the first shot. Nice save there, and then he came in and just buried it.
Yeah. A little bit like one we had in the girls' game last week where it went, looks like it ends up going through the bottom of the net. That was a great save right there, but good bounce for the rebound, and there is Bobo to put it away.
But you're right, that was a nice initial save by Nalene.
So 2-0 Wayzata. Noah Meester controlling. Now Stoltenberg gets it around to, and here's Meester chipping one out front, and coming out to squeeze that one is Mian. So Wayzata has, had the edge in the play overall by a little bit, but now getting rewarded with that second goal of the night. There just had not been a lot of clean looks, even though they'd played quite well, but we saw one a moment earlier that Mianis was stopped on, and then that time a great save on the first one, but it left a little bit of a rebound. Now back the other way, Mian, who really hasn't been tested at all. There have been a couple of pretty harmless shots that have gotten to him, but that's about it.
He's got one shot on goal. That was a hard shot. The other one was kind of a very weak shot, but it was on target goal, so that's all he's faced so far.
Mianis playing it out to the outside. Feline got there, and right up the line, it'll finally ultimately roll out. We get a throw here for the Trojans. You see in the background that great new scoreboard here. About 3:40 to play in this first half. That one slammed back out of there, and looks like it'll get out of play and will. Throw coming for Wayzata. I think overall they have to like the way they've played here tonight. They moved the ball well. They've found open space on occasion, not a lot, but on occasion. And they've covered up well. Minnetonka, I don't think has played poorly, but that last attacking third hasn't really been there for them.
No, it hasn't. The Tonka defense has been pretty good overall, but as you were saying, Wayzata doing really a great job of the short pass, being in the right position, looking for the teammate, being quick-paced about it. Oh, that's a heck of a pass from that far. Puts it right on the foot of Maua. Here's an opportunity again. Foul called against Wayzata.
Banged out toward midfield here. Skipper's looking to counter. Sliding
nice
play by Riley.
Riley with a great sliding tackle.
And this will be Minnetonka's throw again. They want to see if they can catch Wayzata a little out of position here and go quickly, but now they'll drop it back to Noah Meester and allow their team to get set up a little bit as well. Meester putting it into the middle. Header, it pops loose here. It's loose in front. Shot and a goal. Tonka pulls to within one on the goal by Ryan Braun. So Minnetonka able to convert after that long throw, and you see it pops loose. It looked like right there that might have been their chance, but then it comes right over to Braun, and he's pretty much alone.
You'll see it again, all the traffic as the ball hit right into the teeth of the offense, and Braun right there to put it away.
So the Skippers get on the scoreboard here.
Scoring for Minnetonka, number 16, Ryan Braun in traffic.
That's a big lift for them, I would think. You know, late, you're kind of thinking when there's that one goal late, you know, that's probably going to go into halftime at 2-0. But boy, it's nice on their side to get that one. And
well, absolutely. We were just talking about how Wayzata has been controlling the ball, and then that time on a set play, Here's a long shot.
Oh, boy.
Just tipped over.
Woo. Moline getting a piece of that one on the long attempt. And it will be a corner kick upcoming. This is Boble, who scored the second goal, who nearly puts this one in. That was just about where he wanted to put it, and Moline had to make a tough save there. Now off the corner kick. Again looking for that far post, and it didn't quite connect, and it goes wide. So that was the first goal of the season for Braun. Mianis got his fourth for Wayzata, and Boble getting his first as well. So always nice when you can, get some different scorers in the mix a little bit for these teams. So 2-1, the complexion of that, changes a little bit heading into halftime. Boy, if you were Wayzata, I think you were feeling 100% good.
Right.
Now, not quite as much after allowing that one.
Right. A little bit of a letdown because they let that happen because they were controlling it. And for Minnetonka, great motivational goal that time to get them back into the game.
Giannis wanted a handball there and he kind of stopped to complain. Chipped ahead now, trying to go to Moa, and he comes back to meet it. Moa, nice move to the middle of the field, keeping possession, turns and takes a left-footed shot just as the buzzer sounded. And Moline making the save. So in a good first half of soccer here, Wayzata built a 2-0 lead. Minnetonka comes back to get one late. Our score at halftime, Trojans 2, Skippers 1. We'll have first half highlights and then your second half on the way on 12 Sports.
The Garden. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
If you could see anything in the world, what would it be?
I'd love to see Paris.
I like to see cupcakes falling from the sky.
To save your vision in the years ahead, call your eye doctor for a comprehensive eye exam today. Then call 1-800-437-2423 or log on to seeabettertomorrow.org to learn about glaucoma and macular degeneration.
I just want to see more of the things I love.
Welcome back here to Einar Anderson Stadium at Minnetonka High School in the boys game here between Wayzata and Minnetonka. It is Wayzata leading it by a score of 2-1 at halftime as we check out our first half highlights, starting with the first goal coming off a corner kick. O'Connor takes it and puts it right on the head of Drake Mianis, and he's accurate. Gets his fourth goal of the year with that header to make it 1-0 Trojans. Mianis getting away a good attempt here, but a real nice save by the sophomore Max Moline, and then a big scramble and the ball goes out. Then it's Moa taking a good pass here, gets a hard shot, another big save, but the rebound left loose, and Bradley Boble wins the race to it. That came with exactly 5 minutes to go in the first half, his first of the year, but Minnetonka gets one late. Off the throw, and it bounces around a little bit, winds up on the foot of Ryan Braun, and he doesn't panic there in traffic, puts it away. And that one came with just under 2 minutes to play in the first half as we get a look at our stats.
And looking at the numbers, was it as we were talking about controlling most of the match with 13 shots, 7 on goal, 2 fouls, and 3 corner kicks. And then for Minnetonka, 3-3, 1-0.
So it is 2-1 Trojans here at halftime. We'll be back with our second half coming up right after this on 12 Sports.
Where you live. Life in the oceans depends on you. Org to keep them clean. Recycle and dispose of trash properly. To learn what you can do, go to keepoceansclean.org.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Just about to begin half number 2, and we are underway now. Wayzata in blue, Minnetonka in white. Trojans of Wayzata leading it 2-1 as we start the second half, along with Sig Ligri, MJ Wilcox. And Wayzata trying to go quickly to the attack here, and they will get a throw in as Drake Mianis will head over to take it here for the Trojans.
And again, look for this to be almost like a corner kick.
Brings it out front and just wide. Riley, I believe it was, got his foot on it, or perhaps it was Raska. Looks like Raska. Great setup. Everything was there, but just didn't quite hit the target. No, it was Riley behind Raska there, yeah.
Just couldn't quite put it in the open side of that net, but Wayzata came out fast and furious off the kickoff.
I have to believe that late goal by Minnetonka probably fired up both teams a little bit to an extent there. That sure Wayzata, I don't know that it was necessarily that they relaxed or anything like that. It was just a good play off a throw-in, but you don't like to give one up that late in the half, especially when you'd already built the lead.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach had a couple words about that. But then on the other side for the Skippers, the momentum shifted right back to them. Making this a one-goal game.
Comes around to Alex Moy. Now they'll come up the middle. Jackway. James Smith coming to meet it. Smith getting a little step here. Have to wait to stay on side. It got away from Raska. Played to the outside where Zielinski trying to track it down. It'll be a throw from Giannis again for Wayzata. Gonna go to Smith. James Smith to Raska. Hemmed in a little bit there, and it will be Wayzata's throw, it looks like, as John Toby knocked it away from him. And Giannis will come up and take this one.
Which is now what we're going to call a pseudo corner kick. Again, because of the narrow field.
Spins it out front here. Off the header, it's loose. Little back heel kick, but that one won't hit the target either from Riley, and we will get a goal kick here for the Skippers.
Goal kick, Tonka.
Max Moline has to feel a little relieved anytime those deep throw-ins don't, result in a great chance like they have a couple times.
Yeah, we've seen 2 goals scored in this match off these set plays.
Moa's pass getting away there from Wamu and not quite able to run it down, but going to be a corner kick. Last touch by Tonka. And it will be Lewis O'Connor coming over to take this corner. He set up that first goal of the match.
O'Connor for the Trojans.
Trying to look for Giannis again, it looks like, and headed out of there, and we'll get a corner coming the other side.
Was that it may be having a little bit of difficulty with the corners because of the shortness of the field. The ones we've seen have been just a little bit too deep.
Again for the Trojans.
Seems as though the wind has died down a little, although that might just be that we closed the window at halftime.
That's probably it.
O'Connor this time sending it over the net, and it'll be a goal kick coming up here for Minnetonka. And if you're just joining us, these teams played to a 2-2 tie in their first meeting of the season at Wayzata.
And almost the same story, Wayzata getting out ahead and controlling, and then Minnetonka able to come back and tie it up.
Yeah, it sounds as though that was, not really the only game where the Trojans kind of felt like that happened, where they thought they had probably outplayed their opponent. But, that a game that with Elk River, it sounded like was a bit of a similar situation too, where they felt they probably could have had a win. Here's Moa with a shot. Oh, and a diving save by Moline. And then just hammered out of play by John Toby. Max Moline having to make a tough one, as Alexei Moa has had a nice night. You can see why he's one of their better players and their captain.
Nice step around there, and then takes a shot, and it just rolls past and cleared up by the defense. Here's the throw in. Really no problem on that one. Distributes the ball nicely.
Sharp has his pocket picked there by Jackway for Wayzata, and it's going to bounce all the way into the keeper, Moline. Moline banging it out of there, and Nick Riley will stop it here for the Trojans. Now plays it over to Moy. Back for Riley, and he'll put his foot to it. Smith tapping it back there to Raska, trying to go to Smith up the line. Smith has some wheels. James Smith getting in tight with it. And then a nice sliding play by John Toby to help break that up, and then Wright coming behind will clear it out of play. Looked like for a minute Smith was going to get in and get a close-in shot.
He had an advantage here, and then right there just gets his foot on the backside of the ball to stop that play.
Cleared ahead by Feline. Wayzata, though, regrouping, and ball comes right up the middle there, intercepted by Stoltenberg for the Skippers. Well, Wayzata has done a good job. We haven't really had to say Swad Soldic much. He has not been a factor here. Here's Smith to the outside. Mianis. Drake Mianis bumped as he shot that one, and it'll sail wide of the mark.
Yeah, but Mianis looking for a foul of some kind. He's not going to get it.
Bad timing to be bumped a little bit there. If he had maybe been able to take one more step before shooting, it was good play ultimately for the defender, although he felt he was fouled.
Yep. And obviously the officials agreed with that.
A little frustration, I think, there from Giannis as he pushes Max Sharp when that ball was in the air and gets called for the foul. Rettler going over right side here is Swad Soljic with it. Chipping it out front, trying to go to Sharp, and Sharp was shielded off a little bit there by the defender, and Michael Mian coming out to grab it up here for the Trojans. Header will go out of play there off of Noah Meester. We get a throw for Wayzata as Clayton Smith will come back in, and O'Connor checking out. Moa had it jabbed away, and now Soljic coming up with it for the Skippers. You'll look to switch fields. You might have got too much of this one, or maybe not.
Nice save, got the ball in play.
Zelensky with hustle there. Now Wright breaking it up. It comes right back up the middle. Mianis trying to go to the outside, but taken right back. Rettler controlling. He'll bring it back to Wright. Good quick decisions all throughout. Smith going out to Moa, but broken up there. Back pressure there got to him, but knocked off the field by Feline. We will get a throw for Wayzata.
And that time just bring the ball into play rather than trying to get something towards the scoring area.
Here's Smith taking the pass. Wright comes up to knock it away from him. Little battle for it here, and Kieran Rettler won it. Here come the Skippers. Trying to go back to the outside, but broken up. Smith gets to it. James Smith puts on the brakes, and he'll come back with it. Castaneda controlling it here. Oh, I'm sorry, make that Jackway. And broken up by Toby. Giannis will swing it back. They come left side now. Moa races up to meet it. Back to the middle now, Jackway. Smith trying to win that ball back. Couldn't quite do it. Soldic getting it out to the outside. Now Tonka looking to counter. They wanted to go to Sharp. He got in a little traffic there when he was trying to get his up to full speed.
Trojans trying to get on track.
Clayton Smith now to Moa. Moa to James Smith. Right on target with that one. James Smith looking to get a step. And could not get around the second defender there. Nice play by Anders Zielinski.
Be a throw in for Trojans again.
Chipped out front. Moa trying to get a header but couldn't. And it will be a throw deep in their own territory here for Minnetonka. Skippers with subs here. Toshi Higashi, number 27, reporting in along with Rolseth. There's Rolseth, number 9.
Boy, taking a look at number 27, Toshi Higashi. He's about 18 feet tall.
Patrick Rolseth rejoins for Minnetonka, and Toshi Higashi joins the action.
Out front it comes, and Wamu racing in, but it'll got a little bit too far out front of him, and Moline will grab it up. Battle for it in the air here. Clayton Smith didn't get much of that one. Soljic getting control, stepping to the middle. He fires, and a nice diving stop, or at least falling to his right there was Mian for the save. We were just saying that we hadn't seen a lot of Swad getting free tonight, but
there he goes. Nice shot and a good save, diving save.
Right back on the counter. Here comes James Smith.
Boy, they are quick.
Smith crossing it. Moa trying to get control, but hemmed in there by Wright. It'll be a throw for Wayzata.
And again, throw in from deep inside because Mianis again.
No, Jackway is going to take
Jackway's
this one.
got it, sorry.
Long throw, trying to target Mianis out front. Now Raska dishes it back to Jackway, chipping it to the middle, and then hit out front by Mianis, but just wide. Boy, nice passing. That was not luck. He was targeting him.
This is all designed right here, knowing where the other players are. Nice position, a good shot. And that's what we talked about earlier. What impresses me with the Wayzata offense, they have precision passing, know where they're going to be, and know where their teammates are going to be.
Moy giving it back to Riley, and he's going to play it to the keeper, Mian. Clayton Smith racing after it here. Now Moa up the line. Moa playing it ahead to himself here, creates a little space. Right though, stepped up just at the right time to break that one up, and now the skipper's back the other way. Rettler chipping it out to the outside on the left. Zielinski couldn't control it. It'll be a throw here for Wayzata. Riley sending it up. Got it right to Wamu. Jabbed away though. Riley stepping in to take it here, and that one got out of play. It's going to be a throw for Minnetonka. Riley, a rare mistake there. Had that one get away from him just a little bit.
We'll see if the skippers can take advantage of the turnover.
Knock to the middle. Mianis controlling here for Wayzata. Now Moa.
Splitting up to the left side.
Here comes Wamu with a step. He shoots, and just wide of the mark. Obi Wamu had a little room that time, but just couldn't quite put it on target.
You'll see it again. Has it clean right there and sends it wide. to the near post.
There's one that Wayzata is hoping doesn't cost them ultimately. It was certainly a good scoring chance that they're not able to convert on.
Well, it goes right back to the old adage. You got to finish.
Moa dropping it back to Mianis. Trying to go to Clayton Smith. That one's broken up. Wayzata on occasion going with a little bit longer passes in the second half when it's been available. Here comes Moa. Stops right, converges and knocks it away from him, but it will be a throw for Wayzata. And Jackway will take it.
And right towards the goal area.
Out front
missed
again.
it. Oh my.
Giannis knocked it to Wamu and then back out another throw for Wayzata. I don't think they wouldn't mind trying that one over again. Pretty much same thing except for get a piece of it.
Same angle, same position. See if they can line up a little bit better this time. Then, whoa, skies it.
Giannis trying to catch that one on the way up and drills it way over the top. Subs in now for Tonka, Rune Johnson, and the goal scorer, Ryan Braun, coming back in.
Max Moline on the goal kick.
Moline going back for the goal kick. Left footer sends it almost to midfield.
In some ways, the second half similar to the first, in that Wayzata is definitely getting more chances and everything, but then again, no scoring.
Right. It's same story as before. You have good ball control, you have good passing, having trouble finishing, but they've had some really good opportunities.
Yeah, I think they have to be happy with how much offense they've been able to generate here tonight. And let's face it, 2 goals will win you a lot of games.
Absolutely.
It isn't like they've been totally snake bitten by any means.
No, they haven't. And then Max Moline doing a great job in the net for the Skippers.
Moa bringing it toward the middle. They have to regroup a little bit, but Wamu comes over to help out. Knocked back. Castaneda sending it up. Knocked free, and a collision there sent Jackway sprawling. And they are going to award the Trojans a free kick here. As Higashi, by virtue of his size, got a little bit the better of that one. But it results in a foul call against Tonka. Out front it comes, and a great save by Moline. As Mianis just flicking it backward with the header there. Another tremendous save here. This one was ticketed for the goal.
Yeah, he was almost screened by his own defenders standing in front of him. That was a nice reaction.
And you see that ball was not very far from crossing the line, even though he stopped it. And now a foul call going against Wayzata. So Moline doing a great job to keep his team within striking distance here and within a goal.
And sometimes that's what it takes for a team. If your keeper is hot, that keeps you in the game. All you need is one breakaway, and the game is tied.
Goal kick upcoming here for Michael Mian and the Trojans. Bobo coming back in. He is a goal here tonight for Wayzata, which put them ahead 2-0 at the time, and then Tonka got one late in that first half. So no scoring so far here in this half, and still a 2-1 Wayzata lead. Again, if you're just joining us, Wayzata in blue and Minnetonka in white. We are at Minnetonka's Einar Anderson Stadium. Moa controlling. Chips it out wide, looking for Clayton Smith, who they've moved up in the second half to playing an offensive spot there up on the outside. Moline will take the goal kick.
Headed right back in, and here's a battle for it.
knocked loose. Wright stepping up. He's going to keep going right through everyone. Wright's pass then knocked out of play. We get a throw for the Skippers. Wright really taking charge here. Gets the return pass. Now chipping it out front, but nobody home, and Mian will grab it up here for the Trojans.
Mian sends that one midfield. Still some pushing and shoving going on, but nothing chippy.
Cleared into the Tonka bench. We get a throw coming for Wayzata.
20 minutes remaining in the game.
And it will be Alex Moy coming up to take this toss. Wamu giving it right back to Moy. And then Wamu. Wamu crossing it. Bounces around. Clayton Smith chipping it back the other way. Wamu racing after it and gets to it. Now he gets a little bit of a step.
Oh, tried to step around the defender and went over the end line for a goal kick.
Really nice play to get back and win that ball. However, just probably needed to take one less dribble there.
Right.
Get rid of that one across. As you see Stoltenberg back in.
Needed another half a yard of field.
Skippers win this one. Rune Johnson dropping it back there for Meester, trying to fight his way through a couple. Now they play it back to Wright. Tapped out of there by Jackway, and it'll be a throw here for Minnetonka. They try and generate some offense. They haven't had the ball, deep in Wayzata territory very much in the second half.
Now they've only got 2 shots taken in the second half, 1 on goal. Compared to 10 for the Trojans, but no change in the score.
Throw in for Minnetonka, fairly deep down that sideline. Meester will take it here for the Skippers. Now their opportunity to see if they can get something going off a deep throw in. Bounces loose. And then flicked high up in the air. Still a battle for it here. Not quite able to get it out of danger. And now Mianis does clear it ahead. Wright, though, coming up to meet it. See Minnetonka still trailing, so they've got a lot of guys up that time to really press to see if they could get some offense going. Now Wright tracks it down. Left it there for Feline. Feline getting the pass back there to Agashi, and down he goes, and that was because of a foul by Drake Mianis.
Yeah, that one was more of a collision.
So a free kick here for Minnetonka right at midfield.
As that one goes deep.
Braun trying to control it. It will be a throw, though, for Wayzata.
Michael, we cannot let those bounce. Any set pieces.
Nope, make that a free kick for the Trojans. Here's Moy, waiting for Riley. Riley will step forward there and then drops it back. Now they play it very long for Boble. Boble could not get around John Toby with a strong defensive play. It'll be a throw for Wayzata. They're going to make a couple of substitutions first, though, as Almayer coming back in, as is James Smith.
And Soljic coming in, number 5, coming out. Higashi.
Almayer turns, trying to put it out front. Wamu trying to line up a shot. Now ball winds up with him again, and he fires, and Moline the save. We got a Skipper a little bit banged up there. And they're going to stop things to tend to him.
There's a nice play here, getting right back up, scoops the ball back in and takes a shot as Moline scarfs that one up. And we have a timeout on the field.
Looks like it's Wright who was shaken up. I think it might have been possibly like a knee on knee.
Well, yeah,
or upper shin.
Or he may have twisted something. There was so much traffic down there, it's hard to say.
And it really was, I believe it was Obi-Wamu who got tangled with him, and that ultimately led to a shot for Wamu. You see right there.
Yeah, he steps in.
I think they hit knees, really.
Oh yeah, looks like he's holding his left leg.
Unfortunately, he's not able to put any weight on that left leg, so. And he is definitely one of their key players and has done a nice job here tonight.
Now he's starting to walk on that leg. It's a good sign.
So look at Max Moline, who's been good in net tonight, keeping his team with a fighting chance here, certainly with a couple nice saves.
Yeah, he's had 3 or 4 really tough saves that he was able to make. And as you said, that's what keeps your team in the game. No matter how much your time in possession shows.
Knocked up high in the air here, Mianis with the header. We'll battle for it here. Wamu coming back to meet it. Now goes to Clayton Smith. On the outside, good hustle by Boble to keep it in. Now Wamu, though, had it taken right from him. Clayton Smith will switch fields here over to Moy. Riley coming up the center here for Wayzata. Pass never made it there, though. Nice play to intercept by Rune Johnson. Jabbed away, though, and Almere will help force the turnover. James Smith coming back to meet it. Knocked away, but Mianis there first. Stoltenberg controlling for the Skippers. Putting it to the outside, a long run, and unable to keep it in is Rune Johnson. So throw here for Wayzata. All the scoring coming in the first half, a 2-1 Wayzata lead. James Smith coming back to meet it. Here's Mianis. Nice ball ahead, and here's Bobo. Getting an angle, trying to line it up for a cross. And just couldn't ever quite elude the defender there. Kehoe stayed with him. So it will be a corner kick, though, for Wayzata.
Corner kick Trojans.
Bobo maybe just waited a little too long there. There was a couple different spots where it looked like he had a little space, but the defender caught up quickly.
Here's a corner attempt.
Looks far post there. Wanted to go to Mianis, and Mianis might have got away with a little push there to get position.
That's what we were saying earlier. With a narrow field, the corner kick is a little bit different. They have to adjust. But they've been more successful with the throw-ins than they have with the corners.
Although the first goal
was
right
a corner.
Off a corner.
Yeah.
Rettler coming back into the lineup here for Minnetonka. Trying to get ready for a last push here as they trail it 2-1.
Kieran Rettler stepped in a moment ago for Tonka.
Throw for the Trojans. Now they obviously would like to see if they can get an insurance goal, but at the same time, just continuing to generate chances, that'd be the next best thing. If they could just keep the ball where it's been, keep getting offense and wind off the rest of that clock. I mean, certainly they'd like to put another one away, but
you're absolutely right. The name of the game right now is ball control. Keep the offensive pressure going. Don't give Minnetonka a chance to get their offense moving.
I think sometimes teams, almost get kind of like play scared and think, well, we don't, we can't just be on offense here now. We're trying to protect the lead, and then they kind of fall back too much.
Yeah, the worst thing that can happen to you in soccer is that the old defensive shell.
Rune Johnson trying to spin free to get a shot, and that one just went out. It'll be a throw for the Skippers.
So Minnetonka now with their opportunity to have a free throw, a throw in.
Ryan Braun taking it.
Nicely placed and blocked by the defense.
Braun chipping it out front then, and they can't really get much of anything on that header, so cleared to midfield. Feline toward the sideline. That one went out of play, though, it looks like, so it'll be a throw here for Wayzata. Moa will come back in, as will Jacob Raska for the Trojans.
Rejoining for Wayzata, Alexi Moa, Jacob Raska.
So a throw for the Trojans after those substitutions completed. Moa coming back to get it. Wamu puts it right back toward Moa and slammed out. It's going to be a throw for the Skippers. Nice play by Rolseth. Not only did he break it up, but he cleared it off of Moa. Now Tonka will bring Sharp and Stitch off the bench, and those guys hustling in. They know they're the team trailing here, that each change, they want to make them go as quick as possible. Whereas if you're the team ahead, you're kind of, we'll take a little time.
Yeah. Well, they still got 10.5 minutes, over 10.5 minutes to go in the match, so lots of time.
Here comes Alexei Moa. Puts it out front, trying to go to Smith. That one broken up, though, by Feline. Now Clayton Smith. James Smith got a little piece of it, but knocked loose. Sharp chipping it ahead. Rettler lofting it high in the air. Soljic races up and gets it. Soljic will switch it over now to Rune Johnson. Looking to make something happen now. Soljic with the left foot, chipping it out front. Well defended, though.
The Wayzata defense that time staying at home. There's a collision, no foul.
Now James Smith.
Boy, he's got some wheels.
Here comes Smith trying to cut to the front. Shrugs off the defender a little bit there. Smith dropping it back. Mianis, and he just didn't quite connect. It'll go wide, and it is off a skipper foot, though. It's going to be a corner kick upcoming for Wayzata.
Watch this move by Smith right there. Takes off the defender, turns, and still makes the play.
And you see that one was deflected right near Mianis there. And so the corner kick here. Out front, off the crossbar. Second try knocked down and then put in. Riley would not be denied as he stayed with it and knocks it home. And Nick Riley might have possibly helped to seal it up here for the Trojans. First one hits the crossbar. Another one knocked down and saved, and then he's just going to keep on barreling forward.
Did you see that? Watch this. On his back, put his big paw out there and knocked it down, but you can't make it lucky 3 times in a row.
Yeah, Moline did make that save while he was
on his back there.
Well,
that's a highlight save just for that. Look at Moline. That was a great effort.
Scoring for the Trojans, number 17, Nick Riley.
Riley just kept coming, though. He wasn't, there was no time to be upset about the crossbar or the save. He said, you know what, all it takes is one of these to go in, and he just kept on coming.
Yeah, they just had the numbers that time.
Up the middle off the heel of Wamu, and Minnetonka coming back the other way.
Well, maybe we can see that replay again sometime. I just like to see that. That was such a great effort.
Now coming up the middle with it. Skipper's there with Meester now to the outside. Swad Soljic trying to get to it. It'll be a throw for Wayzata.
Oh, they heard me. Look at this effort. There's a header, hits the crossbar. Now look at Moline. He's on his back. Here comes the ball again and just sticks his paw up there.
8 minutes remaining in the game.
And then finally, Wayzata puts it in as O'Reilly slams it in. But that was pretty impressive.
Raska keeping it alive along the sideline here. Now James Smith. Wamu in the middle. As Moa ahead of him gets it to him. Then the return. Wamu to the outside. Clayton Smith. Oh, and there's Moline for the save. And then
again,
looked like Wamu was kind of knocked out of the way there. We had a collision back. We've got an injured player, it appears, and play going on as the official didn't see it. Clayton Smith is still laying there, and they're gonna. He's holding, it looks like his left knee.
Yeah,
watch the unselfish play by Wamu there to go out to Clayton Smith.
He's hobbling right there before he goes down.
It looked like the defender ended up landing on his lower leg there.
Watch it right here. See right there, he's favoring that left leg as he goes down. And Moline with another incredible save, and then I think you're right, he landed on that leg.
And even the defender knew right away that he was hurt. He was trying to tend to him a little bit or see if he's all right. And the official at first he was watching the ball come upfield and didn't notice immediately, but they get things stopped as quick as possible there. So let's hope Clayton Smith's all right. The last step that the defender made, it landed on his foot, it looked like, while his foot was on the ground, and I'm sure could have had some torque on that knee or ankle. Just good hustle trying to get back into it. It was a beautiful setup by Wayzata.
And again, another marvelous save by Moline.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, they could have had more than three in this game.
Absolutely. This could have been runaway in terms of scoring, but Moline has been the consummate hot keeper, making all kinds of saves, diving and on his back, just getting his hands on it, pushing one over he had to leap up over by the crossbar to tip that over. Now, I know we don't do stars at the game, but no matter what the score, that's probably one of the better players on the field tonight. As we see attention given. Yeah, I don't think they want to move his knee. And they're going to bring a card over, see if they can get him. Here's a look at that Minnetonka coach Mike Rogers.
Yeah, they're going to just drive that cart right out there. And so we will take a quick time out here and come back with more. Clayton Smith being helped off the field here for Wayzata.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life. Somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
And welcome back as we get back into play here. Unfortunately, Clayton Smith cart off on the John Deere cart there. Looked like definitely left leg injury. Looked like it might have been the knee. Now it's Moa getting control of this pass here for Wayzata. He fires, and Moline has to punch that one over. Wayzata with Minnetonka, being down by a couple, they've tried to generate more offense. It's allowing maybe Wayzata a little bit more chances, but Moa, he's been really good tonight.
Boy, that was a rocket, Moline, right there to knock that one out. We have another corner.
O'Connor lining it up here for the Trojans.
See, those corners have been, for the most part, a little bit too deep, except the first one that they had early in the first half when they placed it perfectly for Mianis and he headed it in.
Ryan Lowe getting a piece of that one that time. He's in there now for the first time, number 7 for Wayzata. Moline pops it out to midfield. Jimmy Lacey got ahead on that one. He's in there for the first time for the Skippers, number 17. First time they met, 2-2 tie. It looks like Wayzata on the way, and certainly not over yet, but on the way, it would appear, to a win here, leading at 3-1, and a free kick upcoming now for the Trojans. Riley, who got that last goal, puts it back into play. Lowe coming after it.
Minnetonka now taking control of the defense, but can't get it cleared out. And here comes
leaving it to Mianis. He shoots, and Moline stopping that one. Went real low into the middle with it.
Good look at Max Moline doing his thing. Well down the field. Minnetonka needs to maintain control, get an offense going, and get some shots. Wayzata has had way too much time of controlling the ball.
Lacey bottled up there, and it will be a throw for Wayzata. Ben Cody coming in, number 4, along with Adam Omar, number 10 for the Trojans.
Number 4, Ben Cote, and 10, Adam Omar.
So coming in, playing the Skippers, they probably didn't expect that they'd be able to use everybody, get everybody some time, but they feel they got a 2-goal lead here, 4.5 to play, and Omar coming back to meet it. That's the thing in these schools where both these schools are big schools and a lot of community soccer programs and everything. You have to be a pretty good player just to make the varsity really on either of these or any of the Lake Conference teams.
Yeah, that seems to be the story all over with the feeder programs and the summer leagues. And
Raska almost got through there, but that one's broken up. Pass picked off there. Tried to go to O'Connor. Sent by Meester out far to the right. Little battle for it there. Ben Cody getting it ahead, and out of play we will get a throw for the Skippers as Feline races down to take it. Chipped out front, and that one's going to roll all the way through, and the keeper will come out and get it. Reminder to watch for the girls match between the Trojans and Skippers as well on 12 Sports. Sam Stitch coming back to meet it here. Giannis getting a good bump in there.
Yeah, I think the bumps are getting a little bit more frequent as the game progresses, which is what we talked about earlier.
And we just saw 2 guys going down in a heap, and they're going to stop the clock.
Yep.
Might see a card or at least a talking to.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a talking to. And it's going to be Zielinski. I don't know if he's reaching for a yellow or yes he is.
Yeah, and Zielinski will be issued a yellow card here. A couple players went down in a heap, and I wasn't sure really, if one or the other was more at fault, but apparently the referee saying that he felt it was Zielinski, kind of the instigator there. He's going to give a quick courtesy discussion with Coach Rogers to let us know what happened. You see they're both holding each other up a little bit there. And
oh, yeah, that's a takedown. 2 points for the takedown. I think he grabbed his jersey and threw him down on the surface, and that's not a good thing to do.
No, I can see the why Zielinski at first. I think he was being held up a little bit there.
Yes, he was.
He reacted a little strong to it. So
yep, that's what he got called for.
They always see the second one.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's always a guy that retaliates. But, Coach, I was just fighting back.
out of play, and we will get a throw here for Wayzata.
And time becoming a factor now for Minnetonka, with coming up now on the 2-minute mark. And Wayzata still putting the pressure on.
O'Connor controlling in the corner, not for long though. It'll be a throw for Minnetonka, but they've got a time very much against them, and obviously again doesn't mean you can't score 2 in this amount of time, but the trend isn't looking good in terms of them even really getting any attempts. Well, here's a giveaway though at midfield, and there's Riley to help break it up. Meester trying to get through a couple of Trojans, and he got it over to Lacey. Broken up, but it comes right back though to Stitch. Battle for it here, and there's Cody knocking it up the sideline for Wayzata. Out of play, it'll be a throw for the Trojans. We go under a minute to play here in the match. Wayzata continuing to hold a 3-1 lead. O'Connor trying to put it out front and broken up, but it will be a corner kick upcoming for Wayzata. And not only will this be a corner, but it'll also potentially eat up a good chunk of the remaining time here.
Certainly is. And looking over at Willie Markham's sheet, Wayzata has racked up so far 19 shots in just the second half, compiled with their 13 shots in the first half. So they've been moving the ball, controlling it, and taking some good quality shots.
Well, my first time seeing the Trojans this year, but I have to believe this got to be one of the better games they've played. I mean, they've played well. They could definitely have more even than 3, which is a good total in itself.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very impressed with their ball control, their speed, their passing. And Wayzata prevails 3-1 to take the rubber match.
So the Trojans get a couple in the first half, goals from Mianis and Boble, and then Riley puts the finishing touches on with a little less than 10 minutes to go. Ryan Braun scoring the only goal for Tonka late in the first half, and despite a good effort by their sophomore keeper Max Moline, it is Wayzata picking up the win. Trojans 3, Skippers 1. Our final in the boys game for Sig Ligary and all of our crew. I'm Jay Wilcox. So long from Einar Anderson Stadium at Minnetonka High School.